Hey friends, Maggie here again for Fire Emblem discussion. Adam is sick, but rest assured he is coming back. For now, let's get into today's video. Today we're going to talk about how to best use stat boosters. Stat boosters come in all sorts of shapes and forms in Fire Emblem Three Houses, but today we're going to focus on consumable stat boosters. First off, there are a few stat boosters that just aren't as useful as others and are honestly okay to sell for cash. Items that boost your luck are good candidates for selling, along with items that raise dexterity and resistance unless you really want to use them. These boosts generally are not going to make that much of a difference, and selling them can give you a nice bit of cash to spend on new weapons and at the blacksmith. Now let's move on to how you should spend important stat boosters such as speed, strength, magic, defense, and HP boosting items. Let's go over the best times to use each of these. Speed stat boosters such as speed wings and speed carrots should be given to units who are just shy of doubling enemies. It may be tempting to give it to your slowest unit, but is 2 speed really going to help your unit double enemies when their speed is already so low? Instead, consider giving it to someone who you might notice is close to having 4 speed than the majority of enemies. Making a unit fast enough to attack twice in one battle allows them to deal double the damage. Speed boosters can be particularly effective on units that are close to doubling and also have high strength. Strength boosters like Energy Drops and Rocky Burdock should go to units who have high speed. If a unit is attacking twice in a battle, they are essentially using their strength stat twice as often as units who only attack once in battle, thus making a strength boosting item twice as effective. Magic boosting items like Spirit Dust and premium magic herbs should be used in a similar fashion to strength boosters. Give them to magic units who have high speed. Another way to look at it though would be to give units using white magic like Physic, Warp, and Rescue to increase their range. Though one magic boost isn't going to make a huge deal in the case of Warp and Rescue ranges. Defense boosters, giant shells, should be given to units who the boost will allow them to survive more hits. You generally want to give it to a unit with moderate defense, who the +1 or 2 is going to actually help survive. Next we have HP boosters. The general rule is the same as defense. It should be given to someone who is close to surviving an extra hit, close enough that 5 points of HP will actually help make the difference. Finally, we have Stat Booster for movement. These are the rarest and most valuable in the game. I personally suggest giving it to a flyer such as a Falcon Knight to make their already good mobility insane. It can be super useful to get you out of a sticky situation. Imagine having your best unit within range of a huge chunk of the map at all times. Now, some would give it to an Armor Knight to help them keep up with the rest of their squad, and if that's what you want to do, then that's just fine too. But on your next playthrough, try giving it to a Falcon Knight or a Wyvern Lord and see how nice it is. Well, there you have it. I hope you learned something about using your stat boosters more effectively. And please, share your strategy and advice on stat boosters in the comments, as well as any questions you might have. Thank you guys so much for watching, and as always, make sure to like and subscribe for more Fire Emblem discussion.